Earlier today, Rebecca Palsha and I had a discussion here on the Brian Smith murder case and the documentary that we will be airing on Saturday night at 8:30 on Channel 2. Now, there was a problem with the beginning of the recording, so we'll jump into it at this question. And basically, I asked her about the fact that Brian Smith had begun to write her letters.
Writing a lot, and he writes letters from prison. And they're really a pitch for why he says he's innocent, how everybody has kind of wronged him. They're several pages long. There's a little bit of flattery in there, which you would kind of expect. He's a man who feels very much like women like his company, and he finds himself, like, one thing that really struck me was he had said that older women like him because of his boyish charm, and younger women like him because he's such a great father figure. And so he's just, very impressed with himself. And throughout this time, you start meeting people involved in this case, and two people in particular, Amber Batts and Antonia Cormack. They have really taken up the reins of this, of trying to find other women involved in this, because there is so much evidence and so many photos that it does leave you wondering, are these other people? Are there other women out there? How long has this gone on? Brian's not from Alaska, he's not from America, he's from South Africa. So since he's come here, are there other women in Alaska who have died? And are there other women in South Africa who have died? And these two women, Amber and Antonia, really have done some major digging. They have collected all these information, and we've gone through everything. And the audio files and the police reports and just the massive amounts of paperwork involved in this really does make you question, are there other people?
And because, as you said, you guys actually went in and interviewed him in jail.
Right.
What was that experience like?
That was different. I've not done that before, and so Court TV had done their own version with it, and had been very aggressive and antagonistic in kind of the tone of speaking with him. But I was like, I just want to focus on, like, not performance issues here from, like, what people might expect of, like, confrontations. I really want to know, is there room for him to say maybe there is somebody else?
Because you did say, didn't somebody say, like an ex-girlfriend, somebody said that he had told them he had killed people?
Yeah, he had a girlfriend at the time when he was married, and she went to the police, she went to Crime Stoppers for months and was saying, Brian texts and shows me videos and pictures of women dying, and there are more of them. And he would use this as kind of like a sexual euphoria kind of thing that he was into. And she, like, when you listen to her audio as she talks to police, it's just heartbreaking to listen to her really pleading for somebody to find what has happened to these women and if they are dead. And because he could then kind of like gaslights her later of being like, oh no, it's not me. And so the amount of back and forth that he has and the switching of stories that he gives, it's because he's such a prolific talker, it does make you wonder, like, did I hear that right? Did I say that right? Maybe I misunderstood. Maybe it's me, And so her story is very sad, and you have a lot of empathy for this woman, and she has since died by suicide. And so, she's kind of a woman who has really tried to shine a light on something, and then it never came to fruition.
And one of the things that I know, because I've talked to you while you're going through this process, is you're very focused on highlighting the victims.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we don't know a lot about the two women, Kathleen Jo Henry
mm-hmm.
and
Veronica
Abouchuk. And we don't know a lot about them. Why was it so important to you to focus on the victims in this crime?
I think, even picking the title of this documentary, I want to make sure the women's names were first, and that they had I don't want anybody to be like a forgotten person to this person who clearly is calling for attention, and whose whole life is kind of a call for attention, and look at me, and I'm poor me, and I'm a stud, and also poor me. That's how I take it. And so I really want the women, because there are so many women involved in this, in both the investigation and the women who were hurt by Smith. I really want to make sure that their names are the top billing and the top focus of just heartache and suffering and love and hope and compassion and fortitude. And so I just really feel like the women here should be the top billing and the main focus.
And so we do have a brief, it's the very beginning of the show?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, so this is the very beginning of the show. We just wanted to play a little bit for you.
The names we know are Veronica Abouchuk and Kathleen Jo Henry, two Alaska Native women who lived outside in Anchorage, where homeless camps appear like small towns. Their killer, South African national Brian Smith, recorded and photographed their agonizing torture and murders.
When I viewed the videos, it immediately hit me that these were real and real bad, and it's something terrible has happened.
Astonishing in cruelty.
In the hotel room, it showed her laying on the ground on the rug, and she was like all beat up.
All for Smith's entertainment.
In my movies, everyone dies.
There's this term called NHI, no human involved.
I'm almost certain there's more victims.
That question, who else, is key. One we take to the killer.
How many people did you tell Alicia you had killed in South Africa?
Okay, well, it started off one person.
Yeah, one of the things that many of us are finding interesting here is even in just that little clip, we see him kind of chuckle. But when you ask him that question, and it seems like an odd reaction to somebody saying, you know, how many people did you say you've killed?
Yeah, it's one of those things you never know, like people's reactions, and humans are humans, and we are a strange creature.
Yeah.
But it was striking how this was just not something that held a lot of gravity to him. It felt like he was talking about things that were light, that you could, in passing chuckle about something, or like, oh, I forgot to pick up the check, or whatever. It's just something silly and just low lift. And so it is like his stress level was so low in talking about things that you just didn't feel like he felt any stress about it,
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. I am absolutely fascinated, and I can't wait to see this. Now, it is going to air on Channel 2 on Saturday night at 8:30. At that same time, it will also go live on our free streaming platforms. So if you watch there, it will be on. It will also go live, of course, on our YouTube channel and on our website. So there will be multiple ways for you to see it. Plus, there will be other opportunities as we broadcast it in the future. We'll have a couple of encore broadcasts as well.
Absolutely.
So we're really excited about this. It's been a long time coming. How long have you been working just on the documentary?
Off and on for about a year. So, but we're really hardcore for probably about 6 months.
Yeah. So it's a lot of effort's gone into it. Rachel McPherron is the photographer and the editor, and so really excited to see this piece of work and hear what you've learned and what you know. So one more question. I know you knew a lot going in. What surprised you? What did you learn? Did anything surprise you going through this process?
Gosh, I haven't even thought of that one really. I guess I would think I am impressed by the amount of work the women who have been really the justice, I feel like, kind of Antonia and Amber and other women as well, just really keeping this in the forefront with the protests and not letting this issue go away. Brian Smith has been sentenced to 226 years, and so I'm sure people wonder, like, why keep paying attention? This person's never getting out of prison. But it does, like, you have to honor people, and you have to put effort in, and to see, like, are there other women's names who need to be revealed? And I just am really impressed with the women involved in this and just keeping this issue alive.
Yes, because so many names are out there listed as missing. So do any of them or any of them attached? So please join us tomorrow night, 8:30 on Alaska's News Source. And of course, as I said, there'll be multiple ways for you to watch this documentary. We hope you do. It's everybody that has seen it comes away and says that was really well done. So we're very excited for it. Congratulations. It's been a long time coming, and we hope you will join us tomorrow night on Channel 2.